94.92. We are #1 in the streets.
How has the industry been treating you? Because I was listening to some records, and I'm not sure if I'm right, but it seems like you sort of have a love-hate relationship with it.
Oh, with the industry? I mean, the industry is, it's the music business. It is what it is.
It is a business before
it is
anything
a business,
else.
And sometimes the business end of this stuff will, kind of drive you a little crazy, turn your friends against you. But that is what it is. We know that from hearing the stories for years. So getting in it and not being surprised at how crazy it is, it's kind of whatever. You learn to know who to trust and who to look out for and what to be careful of and what to, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I do me. I keep my head down. I go to work. I do my job.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Secure the bag and bring it home and give it to moms. That's all.
Speaking of that, you just bought a whole crib with cash. Like, congratulations.
Yeah. My neighbors do not like me.
I read about that. So how do you handle that?
How do I handle it? I tell them, I bought it in cash. What you want me to do? Move out? Nope.
Right, because that's not
I'm
happening.
loud. I have parties. I got my studio in the crib. I'm whatever, but
So it's late. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On all the success so far. I want to talk about No Limit because we just played it.
Yeah.
And that's such a big hit. So how do you
crazy.
feel about that shit being like in everybody's rotation?
It's incredible. Excuse me.
It's okay.
It's really incredible. It's a big blessing. I mean, me and Rocky made that in like 15, 20 minutes.
That's what's up.
Just chopping it up in the studio. We've just been catching up, just talking, whatever. And then I was playing on my album, some of what I've been working on, and we went through a couple beats, and he heard that one, and we start freestyling. Next thing you know, we had the song. And then I sent it to Cardi, and she's one of the coolest people I've ever met, for real. One of the coolest people in music. Super humble, super down to earth, and she's a superstar.
She really is.
Real.
The couple times that I've had her in here and we've talked, like, she is just so humbled by everything.
So humble, you know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes when you really have to work for what you have, and you kind of came in from a different, like this didn't happen to her overnight. This didn't happen to me overnight. This didn't, you know what I mean? So you learn to appreciate the little things along the way, and you don't take blessings for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because you never know. Like, you
never know. You never know. So
how did you know that you wanted her on the track?
I had met her a while ago. We played a show together, and I went out into the crowd. I put my hood up, and I went out to the crowd so I could watch her perform, because I was really, curious to see. Like, I feel like a lot of times you can really tell about an artist when you watch them perform, what their energy is like on stage and how the music really connects. And I was just like, yep. I was like, all right, yep.
I need to have her on it.
She got it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? She's a superstar. So, sent her the record. She knocked it out like that. She snapped. Sent it right back.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? She killed it.
She really did.
So, yeah.
So she listened to the record before she actually jumped on it. Because I've heard before where artists, they'll just ask for a verse, and then it just kind of like the record she's on with Nicki and what's that record? Migos, Motorsport. So I was just kind of curious if it was like something that she listened to first.
Yeah, no, I had sent it to her, you know what I'm saying, with the song, and just the open verse, and she just knocked her part out, sent it right back.
Okay. So now I did listen to the couple songs that you dropped. I like these a lot. The Plan was a really dope one. We really loved The Plan. Summer in December was also really dope. What do you have any other features on the album?
Yeah. E40 is on my album. E40 will just be on every album I ever put out. That's Unc.
I peeped that.
He's the ambassador of the Bay. He's the king of where I'm from.
That's what's up.
All respect to Unc. So
I seen that picture of you guys on stage together. I felt like
there
was something special right there. I'm
hell
like,
yeah,
that's
hell
dope.
yeah. I mean, imagine like, Chicago, you have such a rich culture. In New York, you have such a history. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about the Bay, like, the Bay is, its own thing.
It is.
And, we have our own history, our own, music, our own culture and lingo and everything. And 40 has always been a factor, a pillar, a legend. So, so to be friends with somebody you grew up listening to, and to hit them like, Unc, I need you on this album before I turn it in. And he just sends me a verse.
And I
right
love
back.
that people like you keep that alive too.
That's
like
important. I think that's definitely important. So yeah, E40, Halsey is on my album. Charlie Puth. Kaylani is on my album.
I love her.
Always. Yeah, that's like
I was
my
just
little
listening
sister.
to y'all record from like 2 albums ago, and how much I love her and you guys together on an album. So since we're on the topic of Bay Area, what about Mac Dre? Did
Mac
he
Dre
play a big influence in your life?
Yeah,
in your
absolutely.
music?
Rest in peace, Mac Dre.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Mac Dre is a king, you know, and you'll see if you ever go to the Bay and you go out, you know what I'm saying, somebody drops Mac Dre, and if you didn't know better, you would think it was the #1 song in the country. I'm talking about a song that came out in 2004.
That's
you know
how
what
the
I mean?
response
And that's
is.
how the
That's
response
what's
is,
up.
and that's how we celebrate our legends, our heroes. So that's Mount Rushmore of the Bay all day. So
That's what's up. So, what does the album talk about exactly? I wanna know what it talks about.
I mean, it's about, you know, the dark and light side of success and celebrity and what comes with that, and how, you know what I'm saying, you just try to keep your head on straight in this crazy lifestyle. This rock and roll lifestyle is no joke, you know what I mean? And you strap up when you go on a roller coaster, you make sure the seatbelt is, you know, and you hang on, because it's crazy out here, and you just try to, you know,
It's fast, right?
stay a good person, you know what I'm saying, and not get lost in the sauce, and, you know who your friends are, know who you can trust, and, you know, keep your circle real small.
I was just about to ask. I bet your circle's real small now.
I mean, it's a penny.
Okay, so why do you feel like it's important to keep your circle small?
You know, I mean, you are who you surround yourself with. You know, I'm a big believer in energy. And energy is, you know, what you radiate, what you give off. You know what I'm saying? It could be the quality of who you are as a human, you know? So you're naturally, like, who you surround yourself with is what you're going to be.
That's real. If someone enters my studio while I'm on the air,
Yeah.
and they come
like
in
when
with
I walked
like
in
a
here and
boo-boo
you was
face.
like, no. Oh, and then you saw my face. You're like, oh, never mind, just playing. Okay. Now, for real, you know
I
what I mean?
play
Think about
Rico
that.
like that all
for
the
real.
time, but I feel you,
I mean,
yeah.
somebody walks in with a bad vibe and just kills the energy in a room. You know,
That's real. That's real.
real.
So
That's real.
whenever anybody does that, I always have to tell them, like, y'all, could you please not come in like that? Because now I have to go on the radio and talk to all these people and fake smile. And, you know, people can hear that. So when you're in the studio, how does that work if someone walks in with that weird energy?
Yeah, it's extremely bad. It's extremely cautious. It's like, you know, the vibe is disruptible. It's, you know, it's alive. Don't kill it, you know?
How do you get the vibe back going?
I mean,
Sometimes I feel like that is hard.
yeah, they just know it's only homies in there. It's only people.
I feel you. I love artists like you because I feel like you're such a crossover artist. I can hear you on top 40 stations. I can hear you on hip hop stations. So, what do you feel like you've almost created a new lane?
I just make music. I don't know. It's, you know, I've always, I mean, you know, some music I make is over here. Some music I make is over here. It's, you know, my inspirations and influences are, you know, very eclectic. From Mac Dre, you know, to the Beatles, you know, to everything in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Britney Spears, you got Britney Spears on records. Like, it's just really dope that you could do that. You could do a Cardi B.
I think the biggest thing is being yourself. Any room you step into, any song you jump on, you know, if it's not you, don't do it. You know, but if you could do it and pull it off and be yourself on it, then, you know, I mean, why not? When Britney Spears called, it was like, whoa, for real? Me? You sure? For sure. You know, I heard the song, I was like, I'm not mad at it, you know? Jumped on it, I did my thing, and she brought me out to VMAs, and that was crazy.
Man.
You know, just as an experience for me. But, you know, again, if it wasn't me, I don't care if it's her or if it's anybody. If it's not, you know, if I can't do it, I can't do it. I'm just going to say this. I appreciate the offer, but this song is just not me.
That's happened before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can't say yes to everything at all. At all. Again, it doesn't matter the bag. It doesn't matter the artist. You know, it's...
I feel you because it's got to be genuine. And I feel like people could tell when it's not.
Just like you were saying, you know, if you got a bad vibe and, you know, and you got to try to put on a fake smile and get on the air and sound a certain type of way, you know what I'm saying? That energy is felt.
Yeah.
So, you know, think about a song and how many times a song would get played and, you know, like reacted to. If somebody is listening to the song, reacting to it, and they're like, yo, this just doesn't feel right, you know? They can tell.
Yeah, I feel you. So I always ask people this because I'm always curious, but what is your favorite track off of this new album? And I know we haven't gotten all of them. We only got like 4, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I want to see what I could look forward to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a song called Legend.
Legend.
There's a song called Pray For Me. There's a song. I mean, obviously the song with 40. Yeah. Let me think. The last song on the album is called Easy. Yeah, I mean, you know.
The whole thing. Just listen to the whole
you gotta
damn
listen
thing.
to the whole album.
The Beautiful and the Damned.
Yeah, The Beautiful and Damned, December 15th, and I'm excited.
Yeah, so how many albums is this? I guess because you've got one that the very first one was not under a label. That was independent, right?
Which one?
The one, I think you dropped it in 2014.
Oh, no, that one was the first one I did on the label. Before
Okay.
that, if you date all the way back to me slinging mixtapes out of my backpack, then
I was listening to Rebel the other day.
that's crazy.
This is like a record from a long-ass time ago.
That's
I
a
was
deep
looking at the
cut.
cover art and how much you've grown and changed today.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the cover art that you have for The Beautiful and Damned, it's bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you go that route? Or what's the...
Well, it all ties
the...
into the short film. If
Okay.
You see that? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So I have to ask this question. What's it like performing with your girlfriend? What is that like? Because I feel like I always, right now in my career, I feel like I don't want to date anyone in the industry. I don't know why, but I just want to date like a doctor.
I mean, being on stage with her is a natural thing.
Yeah.
Because this is what we both do and both know how to do. And, you get on stage and there's that, natural energy as two performers, and then there's the natural energy of
Between
just
y'all.
our chemistry or whatever. So it's real comfortable on stage. I mean,
That's a beautiful thing.
it's easy. Yeah.
That's a real beautiful thing. Well, are there any cons?
I mean, probably, us both being busy.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's, as an artist, your job is to travel, a lot, like.
Right, and not sleep.
And not sleep at
'Cause
all.
y'all don't sleep.
So it's like every night in a new city,
Mm-hmm.
flying every morning to the next spot, to do this interview, to do this show, to do this signing, to do this photo shoot, to do this, that, and the other. And it's very rare that, you get more than like 3 days in one place to actually just post up and chill. So,
but it's dope, like y'all both understand that, and y'all both go.
Because we both, came up in it,
Yeah.
and worked for it. You know what I mean? So, we both get that, and
that's the dope part. I was asking Ty Dolla $ign about it the other day too.
Yeah.
And I was like, a lot of times people would tell me, like, men that I date, they're just like, man, I ain't got time. And I'm like, gee.
Yeah,
people make time.
You make time, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's hard. It's you have to work for it. That's the only way. But shout out to Ty, man. That's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Incredible artist, and the both of them, they're cool as hell.
Yeah. And I love them on records together too.
Yeah.
It's dope. What is your biggest moment so far in your career? Like, what is the highlight?
My biggest moment so far.
Like, what was that
it will
moment
be
you're
putting
like,
this album out. That'll definitely be like, I'm extremely excited to get this out. But probably, I played Oracle Arena about a year ago. I headlined my arena, like where the Warriors play.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my big end of the year show. Wrapping up the craziest year of my life.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed when you're off the stage, like almost like I can't even fucking believe that shit?
Yeah.
just went
I remember
down?
I went to sound check, and the arena's empty, and the doors hadn't opened yet or whatever, obviously. And I went up by myself up into the bleachers, and I just sat in one of the seats because basically, like, when I was a kid, every year for Christmas, my mom would get us tickets to see the Warriors. We'd go to
That's
one
dope.
game,
Yeah.
and we'd always be up in the nosebleeds, like the cheapest seats, whatever.
I hear you.
But just to go and be like, damn, that's really them on the court. You know what I mean? Like when I was little. So I went up into the nosebleeds and I sat there and I really just kind of took it all in. And I was like, well, I'm about to really headline this arena. And this is, just crazy full circle. And I just, felt really blessed.
I think that's really dope. That's got to be a good feeling. How does your day ones and your family feel about like your family seeing their son or their brother or cousin?
I mean, my mom, she loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets you up like, that's my son.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Nah, and any show she ever wants to come to, I'll fly her out for her.
That's love. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So do they embrace it? Do they treat you any differently? Has
Nah.
anyone ever said you're Hollywood yet?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely probably have moments, you know what I mean? But that's why I keep the people around me. I keep around me to always check me and be like, you know, hey, man. You feel me? Man to man, bro, you was out of pocket last night.
It happens. It definitely happens. So what else can we look forward to? You know, we got this album coming out.
Yeah.
This next, in just a couple of days. Like, we got
literally days away. There's a No Limit remix coming out. Yeah.
Oh, who's on it?
Big remix. Yeah, we got French on the remix. We got Belly on the remix.
Okay.
We got Juicy J on the remix.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be in rotation.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
That's going to be in rotation. That's what's up. And do you have any more projects coming up? Like, are you going to do your own tour once this comes out?
Yeah, I'm going to tour probably all of 2018. So look for me on the road. I'll be out there.
Working.
Yeah, we got to get
Let me hold something, G-Eazy. You know, we don't get paid as much as you do. The Beautiful and the Damned. I'm so excited to hear the rest of this because I love the 4 tracks that we've been listening to. Obviously, No Limit is such a big hit. Thanks for doing what you did yesterday in Chicago for the people and for your true fans. So whenever you're back here, definitely stop by. You know, I love chopping it up with you. Also, where can they follow you at?
Yeah, G_EAZY on all Instagram, Twitter, the whole 9. Yeah.
All right, there it is.
Album is out December 15th. The Beautiful and Damned. Let's go.
Hey, let's get it. The Beautiful and the Damned.
Hour 92. We are number 1 in the streets.